Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ouachita News Show. This week I've got Blythe as my co-anchor and we're back with the latest Ouachita news for you.
That's right, we've been on campus for 59 days and we're in the middle of week 9 right now.
Yes, Blythe, and we survived midterms.
We did.
And as of October 12th, we have 8 active COVID cases on campus. Continue to check obu.edu/coronavirus for more information.
Well, since I'm anchoring, we've brought back your favorite weatherman. Here's Mitchell Waite with your forecast Tigers.
Good morning, Ouachita Weather Watchers. This is Mitchell Waite with your 5-day weather report for this week. The forecast for today, Wednesday the 14th, is predicted to be one of the warmest days of the week with a high of 81 degrees. Rain is not likely for today with only a 1% chance. Moving on to Thursday, the weather looks like it is going to stay around 73 degrees for a high. The day will be mostly cloudy and humid with an 11% chance of rain. What better way to enjoy Friday than to have it be mostly sunny with a 0% chance of precipitation. The high for Friday is on the cooler side with a high of 68 degrees. This weekend is predicted to be a beautiful one, full of sunshine, with Saturday only having a 2% chance of rain and a high of 73 degrees. Finishing out the weekend, Sunday has a high of 78 degrees and a 25% chance of rain. I hope everyone gets outside and heads to TWIRP since there is a low chance of rain for the weekend. Well, that concludes your 5-day weather report for this week with predictions by AccuWeather. This is Mitchell Waite with the weather forecast for this week, whether you like it or not.
Thanks, Mitchell. Man, I'm excited to see the weather that's going to be so nice for TWIRP this Friday night.
Me too, and I also had a great time at Tri-Chi's 80s Festival last Friday.
I did too. I loved seeing all the bright tracksuits and scrunchies make a comeback. Here's Valeria Gomez with more about the second night of TWIRP.
This past Friday, the women of Tri-Chi held a COVID-safe 80s festival. I interviewed Kinley Reader, president of PC20, to get more insight into this event.
So 80s TWIRP is going to be more of like a festival. So it's going to have a bunch of different stations where you can do different activities and all sorts of fun stuff since we can't really do a dance because of COVID. So we're going to have a check-in table, and there you can pay in Venmo, Cash App, you can pay or direct exact change. So you can pay your exact $3 for an individual or $5 for a couple. We'll have buckets set out so that we don't have to give you cash back. And then you'll get a nifty little bracelet that'll show that you've paid, and then you'll continue on to the rest of the activities. And we have trivia where you compete in teams of 4, and then we have a giant just dance with spaced out spots, and we have a chalk drawing contest where you can draw cool 80s themed I don't even know, pictures, I guess, whatever you want to draw, and get judged and then possibly win a prize.
The current pandemic did not stop the women of Tri-Chi. COVID-19 safety guidelines were followed.
So every single person will be required to wear a mask at all times, and we're going to try and keep social distance as much as possible, avoid clumping, and so we are spreading out over the entire sidewalk in front of the stew so that it reduces the opportunity for people to pass each other and get COVID from one another. We're doing the contact-free payments to where we don't have to give anything back to you, like we don't touch you at any time. You pick up a bracelet, which is new. Usually we write on your hand, but we're not doing that anymore because we're trying to reduce contact. Each station is going to be wiped down thoroughly before and after any other person touches it. And the food and drinks that they will be getting will be handed out by people wearing masks and gloves.
What is the main goal of this Ouachita tradition?
Make sure people maintain distance while taking pictures.
Okay, and what is the goal of this event?
This goal is to just, have fun. Like, COVID has kind of ruined a lot of fun that usually happens at Ouachita's campus. And although there's other ways to do it, it's not as easy as it has been in the past. So our goal is to just make sure that everything runs smoothly so that you can have as much fun as possible, and the woman is required to pay. So we're giving you a great opportunity to take a date out, enjoy some time with some friends, and eat some food and enjoy some games.
This event was a great success and was helpful to grow community. For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Valeria Gomez.
This week we have a TWIRP double feature. The women of EEE will host their 50s fair at Cliff Harris Stadium on Friday night. The campus ministries will host Barn Bash on the lawn of Cone Bottoms this Saturday night.
This week, starting a new segment, Everyone Has a Story, will highlight the lives of different people from all over Ouachita's campus and even throughout Arkadelphia. Here's Brianna Watson with this week's story.
Everyone has a story, and at Ouachita Baptist University, students from all different walks of life unite at one point for their college education, sharing their unique gifts and experiences. This week, I sought to find one of these stories in Mabee Fine Arts Center and was introduced to Abby Sherd, a choral music education major preparing for the height of her college career, her senior vocal recital.
I'm Abby Sherd. I'm a senior and I'm a choral music education major, and in 2 weeks I have my senior recital, which I have to pass in order to finish out my degree and everything. So for choral music majors you only have to have one recital, so it's this big senior recital that's leading it up to it, and so half of it has to be in another language. So I perform in French, Latin, German, Italian, and then the other half is English art songs, but it's all very classical music. I started doing theater and choir when I was younger, and so I started singing in school, and my mom and my aunt both played the piano and directed choir, and so they always wanted me to love music, and so I think it just happened naturally. I learned a lot about music in school and grew up and did theater outside and choir outside, so it just developed through school, and then when I came to Ouachita, I wouldn't be able to come if it wasn't for my voice scholarship. I remember auditioning, I was so nervous because I was like, if I get enough money, then I can come if I get this, and if I don't, and we did it right here on this stage, and I came out in front of all the vocal teachers, and they were like, are you ready? And I ran to the bathroom and I threw up because I was so nervous. And so then I came back out and I was like, okay, I'm ready. And so I sang, and so thankfully God allowed me to be here, and I remember calling my mom and dad afterwards, and I cried. I was just so relieved to get to come here, and Ouachita has such an amazing choral program, and I came in as a musical theater major actually, and it was through being in choir and the amazing, the teaching, the education faculty and the music education faculty are just amazing, and I knew that that's where my heart was, and so I switched my major after the first semester, which was really stressful, but we've had classes. I've just gotten to learn so much about music and the science and the math behind vocal production and how our bodies have to function in order to produce sound, and how to interpret music and share your heart and emotions through music, and really passing that on to younger kids and going out. And we get to, before Corona obviously, we got to go into classrooms and observe teachers, and I just don't know how I could do anything else.
The Senior Vocal Recital, a monumental event in the lives of Ouachita music majors, is a demonstration of the gifts that have been cultivated and an opportunity for undergraduates to appreciate the talents of their fellow students.
I just think music conveys something that words can't, and it conveys the passion and the meaning and the emotion behind everything, and it tells a story, and it really gets us inside the singer's head and the pianist's head. We have amazing pianists who assist us in all of our lessons and performances, and I think as an audience member, you can really understand a piece of somebody's life if they're telling a story or if they're sharing something with you. And I think it's really important that we all take time to stop and listen to each other and respect each other and just acknowledge the talent in there.
For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Brianna Watson.
Thanks, Brianna. Well, that's all the news we have for you today.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Ouachita News and at Ouachita Weather Watch. And don't forget about TWIRP.
Stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy, Tigers. We'll see you next week with more of the latest Ouachita news.